up on 2nd and 7. Just beating the play clock is Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might out of a smaller back.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Newton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive starts with a completion left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Burrow looking to pass. Able to find Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
just me and you. 11, 11, 11, 11. Just me and you. Mike 4. Bound to lose one. Mike 4, Mike 4. Got you.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Newton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Higgins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
They were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow will throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
11 Thomas. 7. Here we go. 11 Thomas.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, big series right here. We got to step it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Here's Newton. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One last throw here for Newton. Flushed out right. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, headed in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is.